FightHype.com. Sean Zattel here with the undefeated WBC lightweight champion of the world, Mr. Devin Haney. Dev, I saw you spar. That was some great work you did today. How are you feeling in the 4 months that's passed now since Gamboa? Your health, everything in camp?
I feel great. A lot of people don't know in that fight, I broke my hand probably 2 or 3 months before the fight or whatever. So I wasn't 100% going into the fight, but I felt like Gamboa was a little older. He had a little, like he wasn't what he used to be, so I felt like I could go in there and I could still get the stoppage. But sometimes you don't always get the knockout, you don't always go in there and knock the guy, especially with one hand. But now, I feel great, I feel strong, I'm healthy, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Now, was that the right hand, same arm, same as the right shoulder?
It was my right hand.
Right.
It was the same. It was the same arm, same hand that the shoulder was on. So just going into it, my right hand wasn't as strong, but I still landed some good shots, and I still felt like I put on a great masterclass boxing lesson. But at the end of the day, every fight, you're not going to be 100%, and I understood that. I know that. I didn't win into fights, not 100% before, and still went in there and got the job done. So I felt like that in that fight, and with any fight, I feel like it's rare that a fighter goes into a fight 100% because just in camp. Camp is hard. You injure something, but you got to keep going.
You won every round that night, but what'd you think of? It seemed like it was mostly negative, the response to the fight. What'd you think of that?
I mean, everybody got his right to their own opinion. I feel like I went in there and I put on a master class, like I said. I took him to boxing school, and it is what it is. We on to the next.
But the offense was really firing today, wasn't it?
Yeah. I feel much more confident now that I'm able to let my right hand go. I feel strong. We still, real far out from the fight. So, we're just getting stronger and better.
Is Jorge Linares next, it seems like, Devin?
Jorge Linares is, the front runner. But I'm still, looking forward to, hopefully we can make a fight with Loma. If we can't, then it is going to be Linares. So
Lomachenko is still technically on the table then?
Yeah.
What'd you think though when Lomachenko, actually acknowledged it and said pretty much let's make a fight?
I'm happy that he finally acknowledged me and he finally, is interested in making a fight. It sucks that now it comes after he took a loss. I would rather him, it be when he was on top. But at the end of the day, a fight with me and Loma would still be huge, and I would still a fight that I would welcome.
If it can't happen next and the Jorge Linares fight happens, could Lomachenko be after that still?
Of course. We're not ruling nobody out. Whether it's Javier Fortuna, whether it's Loma, whether it's Ryan, whether it's Tio, whether it's Tank, it doesn't matter. I want to fight the best fighters, and I want to keep climbing, keep beating them one at a time.
You've said that you would beat Lomachenko in more decisive fashion than Teofimo Lopez would. Why is that, Devin?
At the end of the day, Teofimo did lay the blueprint, or another blueprint on how to beat Loma. So it just shows that he can be beat. There is different ways that he can be beat, and it is what it is.
With Jorge Linares, he's said a lot on Twitter, going back and forth with you. Do you like that energy, and do you like that he seems to be willing to make the fight?
I like that he's responding and he's showing that he really wants to fight. But at the end of the day, when your team has an offer and when we're negotiating, I don't understand what you're talking about. At the end of the day, we are in negotiations, so we can keep talking. At the end of the day, it's up to the promoters. And just like I told him, let the promoters do their job, and we'll meet in the ring.
You've talked before about sparring him, how you sparred him in the past. Do you know exactly how the fight's going to go, more or less, because of when you shared the ring?
When I sparred him, I was real young. I was maybe 16, maybe 17. So I actually sparred him at this gym. So I'm much more better, much more stronger, much more faster. And, I really, to be honest, I don't really remember the sparring that well. So,
do you think this will be a guy that can, more than any other fighter you faced before, match your hand speed?
No, I don't think that he can match my hand speed. I do think that he's fast. He might be the fastest fighter that I fought today. Well, I'm sure he is the fastest fighter that I have fought today. But I feel like speed is nothing without timing. You gotta have timing. If a guy has timing and the guy has timing and another guy has a whole lot of speed. The guy with timing, 9 times out of 10 is going to beat him because you can just throw a million punches and miss.
So if that fight is next, how do you visualize it right now? How does that fight play out?
Me being victorious. At the end of the day, we don't know until we get in there how the fight will exactly play out. But of course, I do see myself being victorious.
With the right hand feeling better, do you think that you could get a knockout in this fight?
Oh no! At the end of the day, that's why I made that mistake inside the Gamboa fight. Trying to chase the knockout or try to beat the knockout into him with every opponent.
But we did ask you about 1,000 times to try and make you go for it. Yeah.
Exactly. So you can say, oh, I'm gonna knock this guy, I'm gonna knock that guy, I'm gonna knock that guy out. You never know until you get in the ring. I know that Jorge Linares is a good fighter. He's been in there with the best. He has been knocked out 7 times or something like that.
A few times.
Yeah. No, every time that he's lost, he's been knocked out. He's never lost without being knocked out. So we just gotta see. I know whoever fights me, they bring their A game every single time. The best of them shows up that night, and I know he's gonna bring his all. So if a knockout comes, then it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm gonna try my best to go in there and put on a great performance for the fans, and
bring his A game, like you said. He seems to be a guy that fights at his best against the best competition.
Yeah. He always rises to who he fights, and I do think that's his mistake with me. I think he might be underestimating me a little bit because when we were younger, we sparred, and I wasn't as good as I am now. I'm not saying that he got the best of the work because it was great work, or he might be looking at the Gamboa performance and thinking, oh well, he didn't do this or he didn't do that. But at the end of the day, he'll see when the time comes.
Whoever the opponent is, do you think we see a different Devin Haney than we saw in November? Or
Of course. Like I said, I went in there and I fought with a broken hand. As you can see, I had surgery done right here.
And that's broken, not fractured.
No, it was broken. I had 2 pins right here, and my shit I had to get surgery right here. Which, and the whole training camp, the whole fight, like fight week and everything, I was just hiding it. I didn't want the world to know. But I make no excuses. Gamboa came to fight, and it was my fault for saying that I was going to get the knockout, or at the end of the day. And now I know that every fight is not going to be a knockout. You can't go in there looking for the knockout. You go in there, you get the win, and if a knockout comes, then it comes.